Coming up, the final episode in our series on manifesting your goals. This episode pulls it all together because I'm giving you visualization techniques you can use to prime your brain for the achievement of your goals. These techniques will act much like subliminal advertising for your mind, helping you stay focused on your goal by impressing the image of your goal realized on your subconscious. I share a variety of methods, some visual, some auditory, and some sensory, all of which you can use to achieve your goals. It's coming up next. Stay with me. Welcome to Shift or Get Off the Pot, the podcast that helps you get out of your head and into action so you can make your dreams your reality. Let's get to it. Welcome to the fifth and final episode in this series on manifesting your goals. Today, I am giving you 12 techniques that you can use as a mental trigger to help you visualize your goals. There is a symbiotic relationship between visualization and success. Visualizing your goals is far more than just daydreaming. It sets the stage for the achievement of your goals. It's kind of like this cognitive bridge to your goals because mental imagery serves as a connector between the present and your envisioned future. It primes your mind for success and it equips you to recognize and create opportunities that align with your success. This alignment between the mental image and your desired outcome acts like a guiding force, channeling your efforts in the right direction. It helps bring opportunities your way, and it can put you in the right place at just the right time. And by the way, daydreaming is just a natural part of being human. We all daydream at times. Some of us probably a little bit more than others. But did you know that the same areas of the brain that are active when we daydream are also active when we are solving a complex problem? In other words, daydreaming, constructive daydreaming, like with visualization, can give you a path to the achievement of your goals. So, here are 12 visualization techniques, and I suggest that you use a few of these, kind of like layering your mental efforts with these so that your subconscious can get to work for you. You're still going to have to take the practical action, absolutely. But the more you mentally rehearse your success, the practical steps will become easier because your confidence and your belief in your ability to reach your goals will become elevated. So pick a few that resonate with you and let's get going. Okay, these are in no particular order. The first one is a technique that I call goal pictures. And these are different than a vision board. These are photos of yourself that help you imagine achieving your goals. So for example, if your goal is to buy a home, we'll use the same example that we've been using all throughout this series, purchasing your first home. If there is a house that you really like, go take a picture of yourself standing in front of it. If there's an area that you really like, go take a picture of yourself in that area. Get familiar with the neighborhood. Put yourself in the position of being in that neighborhood or living in that neighborhood and take a photo of yourself there. And if it's hard to find the house, then just go online and pull an image of that place and then put your image in there. Either print it out and paste an image of yourself on there, or you can do this online. There are several ways to do it. There's a variety of different apps you can use, like Canva, or I think it's Adobe is another one. If you have a Mac, just Google how to add your image to an existing photo. Get creative with it and have fun with it. If there's a specific company that you'd like to work with, go stand in front of the building and take a picture of yourself. If you're an actor and there's a particular film or a series that you'd like to be in, then imagine yourself there by taking a picture of yourself and placing it in the film with all the different cast of characters in either that film or in the series. Put yourself in there and then put your name in the credits as well. If you're trying to grow your bank account, take a screenshot of your bank account and then change the balance to reflect the numbers that you want to see. Taking photos of yourself in your desired result is a great tool to help visualize your future success. The second one is to create a success map. This is kind of like a detailed path to the achievement of your goals. So you do this by setting some deadlines and rewards along the way, but get creative with it. Remember the game Candyland, where there was a path up to this candy house and there were candy rewards all along the way that you could grab. And I don't remember the whole way that the game worked, but maybe you got a few certain amount of candies related to a certain amount of points. But whatever. The idea is to get very creative with it and give yourself something visual that your mind can latch onto, because when you do that, you get more detailed in it and it helps you to create the action steps that are going to help you to stay on track to the realization of your goal. The third one is one I absolutely love. And this is creating a future memory. And we've talked about a future memory on previous episodes. So it may not be new to some of you, but it is a powerful visualization technique. And personally, I find it is the fastest way for me to boost my belief that my goals are already a part of me and that I am achieving them. Plus, I also open myself up to inner guidance. Creating a future memory involves imagining yourself already where you want to be with the goal realized, but then you get into the feeling of it. So it becomes much more realistic. You're mentally rehearsing achieving your desired outcome. If you can have a memory from your past, why can't you create a memory of a future you desire? Well, you can, because your subconscious does not know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. Okay, the fourth technique is to use affirmations. And most people are probably familiar with affirmations. These help to solidify the goal in your mind, and they work. But for them to be effective, you want to write them in the present tense. Basically, affirmations are statements that reflect your desired outcome as if you've already achieved it. So using positive language, for example, I'm so happy and grateful that I have a $1 million a year business that allows me to work from home and be present for my family. You always want to add your why in there as well. So the affirmation, present tense, and then add your goal and your why. Okay, the fifth one, using Post-it notes. You simply write your goal, your affirmation on a Post-it note, and then you're going to start to place it in places that maybe you least expect to see it, but places you see every day. Like you'd open up the refrigerator and there it is. Or maybe you get in the shower and it's there on the handle of the shower. Or maybe you put it on your bathroom mirror. Maybe you put it in the bathroom drawer. You put it in your shoes. You put it in your wallet. Definitely put it on your computer where you're going to see it frequently. These notes are just a great reminder to keep your mind focused on the achievement of your goals, not on the challenges. Okay, the next one is to write yourself a check. Now, Jim Carrey talked about this method when he started his career, his acting career, and how he landed the role of Dumb and Dumber, which came with the same amount he had written on his check for his services rendered. Now, this last part's important because even though I talk about getting very detailed with your goals, you can't name, or you don't want to name exactly how it will come because you don't want to limit the possibilities. So you might write the check for your desired monetary goal, and then you're going to write in the notes section something like for speaking services rendered, or for my top keynotes, or for the best-selling book, or for acting services rendered. And then just like the Post-it notes, like anything on this list, you're going to want to put it someplace where you see it often. Place it where it is highly visible to you. Okay, the next technique. Create a playlist. Music is a great way to create a visualization trigger. Create a playlist that connects you deeper to your goal every time you hear it, because it will help you to enter a productive mindset and then take the actions that are going to move you towards achieving your goals. The next one, I love this one, and I use this one often. Draw, paint, or color your goals. This process is kind of similar to a vision board in that it offers a visual representation that helps clarify your goals and objectives in your mind. But the act of drawing, painting, or coloring, it can be very relaxing, which is why adult coloring books are so popular, because they help ease stress, because they keep your focus on the project that you're creating. And in this case, it's your goal. So when you use the creative portion of your brain, you're engaging another sense that enriches the mental imagery, making it much more vivid and realistic. And then once you've created your masterpiece, your goal art, you're going to want to place it where you will see it often. Okay, the next one, a very popular one, creating a vision board. Probably the most popular method on this list. But just like drawing or painting or coloring your goals, it is a creative and a fun way to connect and focus on your goals. And it's actually very effective because you're, again, using the creative part of your brain. And it doesn't matter if you make a physical board with printed images or magazine clippings, or if you make a digital version. And there are a lot of software tools that you can do. I know Canva has a software tool or a template to make a vision board. But you want to choose images that best represent your goals and help to inspire you. There's also a lot of vision board classes with specifics on which parts of the board to use for certain areas of your life. So it could be maybe the upper left or the center of the board, the lower right, and they relate to different areas like relationships, money, health. Personally, I've never created sections like this for my vision board, but you might find it helpful. So just pick a day where you commit to yourself that you're going to get this done, because just like taking action steps towards your goals, deadlines are a form of brain priming. My family has this tradition of creating our vision boards after dinner on New Year's Day, and it has just become a habit for us, but it's become a great way to come together and share different magazine clippings and just get it done. Again, you're going to want to remember to place that vision board somewhere where you're going to see it on a regular basis. A great place is to put it as your screensaver on your phone or on your computer. Okay, journaling. I find journaling very helpful in my visualization process. Writing in a notebook, though, rather than on a computer, because I find it to be more effective simply because it helps me to get into the feeling associated with the goal much more easily than if I was to type it out on my computer. And I tend to get more insight as to the additional ways to achieve the goal. And if there's maybe a problem I'm dealing with, writing always helps me to land on a solution. Well, it turns out there is a very good reason why writing by hand rather than typing is more effective in visualization and in problem solving. Research in brain imaging shows that handwriting's power comes from the complexity of the process, because it forces different brain systems to work together to transfer the letters that we see in our mind onto the page. And so we're actually starting to employ more areas of our brain, cognitive and educational neuroscientists say that handwriting is perhaps the most complex motor skill that the brain is capable of because your fingers have to do something different with each letter that you're creating in order to produce a recognizable letter. And your brain then helps you to make associations between your body and what you're seeing in your mind and then what you're seeing in the physical form on the paper, which just strengthens your mind's ability to access a concept or an idea. And in turn, that helps to boost your belief in your ability to achieve the goal. And if you're not quite sure what to journal on, just use prompts. There are a lot of prompts you can use. Start by asking yourself, what does my ideal day look like? What do I enjoy most about my life or my work? What do I feel when I think about my goals? Or what will I feel like when I've already achieved my goal? Why are these important to me? What action can I take today to make progress towards my goal? Is there anything holding me back from pursuing my goals? There are plenty of journal prompts that you can use to get started. In fact, I included quite a few of these in the goal setting guide that accompanies this series, and I will make sure that that is linked down below. Okay. The next one is one I absolutely love and I use it frequently, and this is to use scents. Is there a particular scent that you associate with feeling more abundant or with money? Well, then take that scent and spray it on your journal. Spray it around your home. Spray it in your office, in your car. Spray it everywhere. Let's say you want to take a vacation to Tahiti. What scent would make you feel like you are vacationing in paradise? Coconut, pineapple, maybe suntan oil, mango. Surround yourself with the scent of your goal. Okay, the 12th one, the final one, is to write a letter to your future self. Write a letter as if you have already achieved what you have set out to achieve. What steps did you take to achieve the goal? What does it feel like now that you've achieved it? What's your life like now? This exercise helps you to adopt a successful mindset, and it motivates you to stay on track towards your goals. But then you want to take it a step further. You want to pick a date in the future, maybe a year from now, could be 90 days from now, wherever the goal is that you're working on, but pick a date in the future. And that's the date that you are going to mail that letter to yourself. This is going to help your mind to stay focused now because you've got a deadline assigned to that goal. And just knowing that you've assigned a deadline, well, that helps you stay committed and consistent and focused in your efforts to achieve your goal. So there you have it. Those are your 12 visualization techniques. Try them. Try a few of them and then drop me a line and let me know which ones you've tried and how they're working for you. I will link the goal setting guide and the 90-day action plan, both of which have accompanied this series, down below in the show notes. And then I'll be back with you in a couple of days with an inspiring episode with a man who realized his childhood dream, but he had to tackle something pretty big in order to do so. That episode is coming up in 2 days. I'll be back with you then. Thanks for joining me here today. Remember, you can grab your 90-day plan of action worksheets in the show notes. If you like what you hear on this podcast, please consider hitting that subscribe button and join me twice a week for episodes that will help you make your dreams your reality. I'll be back again soon with another edition of Shift or Get Off the Pot.